Let's talk about spindles for a second, guys. This is an MTD spindle. Come off of a Craftsman 42-inch cut. When you get these things, when you buy your mower from the store, and they have, you rent it for a while and your spindles go out, I'll tell you why. Well, a lot of times, when they come from when you buy it new, there is no grease fitting on these whatsoever. There's not even one in the top up here. Focus. Alright, yeah. None on the top. And there's no hole even in the shaft to accept grease. So all that comes on these things, this is the one that I tore apart that was blowed to pieces. So all it comes with is 2 sealed bearings like this. There's no way to get grease in these. And when you show you what they look like. If I can get it apart for you. There you go. That's all there is. There's no grease in these. Now the aftermarket ones, I don't have a new one in stock with me to show you, but the aftermarket ones, they've gotten to where they'll put grease fittings on them. And they'll either be like here on the side, or they'll be in the top of the rod. This is where your pulley goes, and your blade, of course, goes here. And these, the ones with the grease fittings on the top, they'll have a hole. And you can grease them, but the problem is, even with the newer ones, they still run these bearings. And they're sealed. So you got one on top and one on the bottom. Shaft goes through the middle. So what happens is, you can grease them all day long. You're not going to get any grease in these bearings with these on. So what I like to do is, and they won't fall out when you do it, all this is just a cover. It's like a dust cover is what they put on them. Basically is all it is. Oops. Anyway, hang on. I dropped it. Hang on. So, what I like to do is, especially with the newer ones, if I'm going to install one, and a good way to make sure they'll last 5 times longer, take it apart, and then take the cover off of one side, on each bearing. And then when you put it back together, put your bearing in like that, where your balls are exposed on the inside, on the front top, and when you do the bottom one, on the bottom, like that. So when you put grease in this joker, in the newer one with a grease fitting on it, that grease will get all over this shaft here. Even when you got one that's already got one on the top like that, it'll come out the hole and go around. So it'll fill the cavity up, and it will actually get in their balls, in your bearings, and it will make it last 5 times longer. Like I said, even though they have newer ones with grease fittings on them, these are still sealed. So a good practice is, take that off, then put it back together. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. And it'll get, that grease will get in there when it runs, because these things spin so fast, especially in the heat of summer. They get hot, and when there's no grease in them, they get super hot and they will tear up. So what you do is you just do that, put it back together, put it on your mower, and I promise you it will last so much longer, because these spindles are expensive, especially if you're having to replace these things once or twice a year. It's not only frustrating, but it's just one more thing to have to buy. So just a quick little video about it, and just to let you know, a little piece of advice: do yourself a favor, if it's got a grease fitting, do that with it. Put it back together like this on both sides, put the shaft all the way back in from the bottom, hold it all back together, put it on your mower, and it will last longer. Alright guys, just thought I'd let y'all know. Later, Gators.